Welcome to another episode of Down the Barrel Podcast with Jimmy and Dino.
And sometimes Jared.
Down the Barrel Podcast is brought to you by the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association
and Wolf.Report. Wolf.Report, a platform dedicated to elevating the voices of Minnesota hunters, trappers, and outdoor enthusiasts. Join us in advocating for responsible wolf management in Minnesota. Share your reports, photos, and stories, and together we will ensure that they are seen by all.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association, protecting the future of deer and deer hunting through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation.
We're here with Jen Pudenz from Adventurous Magazine. Thanks for joining us again, Jen.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Thanks so much for having me, guys.
No, we appreciate it. And we just kind of wanted to have a chat with you and see what's going on this winter. And I know you have a new magazine coming out in just a couple weeks, right? In December?
Yep, it's finished now, and it's available now, and so it's a very exciting issue. The cover is Burbot, and it's got a Burbot article and lots of Burbot photos in it from readers as well. So this is a very exciting issue, I think, and so I'm very excited for people to be receiving it now.
Yeah, and when you say Burbot, you mean eel pout, right?
Eel pout, Burbot, yeah. Everybody has
exactly.
Any name you pick, somebody else will say the other one.
Right,
so.
right. Snotfish, whatever, right?
We kind of got a little sneak peek of it, and I was scanning through it. I've never caught an eel pout.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I haven't either.
I have.
I've heard a lot of good stories about catching them.
I've never intentionally fished for them, but I have caught them.
Okay.
Yeah, several of them.
Have you eaten?
I caught one a few years ago just while I was walleye fishing, and it was a surprise. So I was glad that I finally got to see one, but I haven't ate one yet. So that's something that I would really like to try.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
I've heard they're good.
Yeah. They don't look like they'd be pretty good, but they are actually quite tasty. Nice white meat.
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was scanning through the article, and I mean that's really cool. And then a lot of great pictures in this magazine, which kudos for you on all your magazines that you've done with all the great pictures and everything.
Sure. That's one of my favorite
I'm always
things.
amazed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was just down at my parents' house recently. Walked in the door, and they've got a coffee table that has, I think, 2 issues of Whitetails magazine, 2 issues of Adventurous magazine, and then a Henry Firearms catalog.
Yep. I remember walking in there thinking, wow, this is a
good
nice
house.
room. Yeah.
That is great to hear.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's really neat. So I don't know much about burbot fishing, honestly. What's the difference, and how do you fish for them differently than? Is it more like a catfish? Because are they more of a bottom feeder or no?
Well, you have to read the article to find out.
You gotta wait till the article's out.
You're the one with the sneak peek here.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, like anything, there's certain things you can do differently.
Right.
I know they like a lot of like flashy lures and stuff like that as a way to really just specific areas and stuff like that. I'm definitely not an expert at it. So, but Pam Stewart from Canada wrote the article. So,
cool.
And she's been doing it ever since she was a kid. So it is, very neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's an article on sight fishing through the ice. That was pretty neat.
Thank you. So I wrote that one, and so that's something that I thought was really interesting because I'm originally from Iowa, so we don't have pike in our area, and I was totally new to spearfishing when I came up here. So I was really trying to get into spearfishing, and of course that is more gear to buy and everything like that. So I was just going with friends but trying to get into it more and stuff, and then I got invited to go sight fishing, and I have loved that. So that's changed my plans that I'd rather sight fish actually than spearfish now. So
it is neat seeing them swim in the hole. Yeah. Yeah, I did like
it's
sight fishing
so
too.
neat to be able to watch them.
Absolutely. It's like you're watching a big screen television of bass and crappies and panfish swim by constantly.
Yeah. And that's what I think is neat with sight fishing then, is that you're not limited to, spearing. You can only spear certain species. But
Right.
with doing pretty much the exact same tactic, but you're just fishing like normal, you can catch whatever comes by, and it's just really fun. And my first day of doing it, I had just the most amazing day. We were just bringing pike in left and right, and it was just awesome. And you'd have these standoffs at times of like 3 pike are all sitting in a circle staring at your lure, and you're just sitting there like, which one's going to take it? And the small one is the one that always takes it.
He's hungry.
Of all things, you're like, you want the big one to take it, but it's the small one that does.
Right.
It's just so fun. So yeah, I was very compelled to write an article about it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
I'm
some
looking-
great photos too of those pike.
Yeah.
And are you saying those pike were the small ones?
No,
'Cause those are
like
pretty
my
nice.
keepers that I kept. But yeah, in the article I do talk about how we had one monster pike come in, and we ended up not getting it, but it was a pretty awesome experience. So I just kind of looked down and I gasped. It's like, they just appear out of nowhere.
Right.
And it was longer than our hole. So
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
so it's like, oh my gosh.
That would be a blast for sure.
Yeah, that's when you just dive in after it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Well, hopefully we'll get some ice to where we can actually do some good fishing this year. We didn't get a chance.
Last
to
year
really
was
do a lot of
tough.
fishing.
Last year was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fortunate. I'm on a little lake, so I had relatively decent ice. Enough to get the 4-wheeler out there.
Okay.
But I would like some better ice this year, and to be able to go other places.
Yeah.
For sure.
And not have planes falling through the ice on. That was on Red Lake, right?
Yeah, it was. I think it was later. Well, actually, it was mid-season, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sketchy year. So
Yeah,
you have any
I'm excited for ice season, so hopefully we'll have a good year for it.
right? You have any big plans for this ice season?
I don't think I have any plans yet.
Really?
But, I'll definitely get out there as much as I can. So, and I'm sure some plans will pop up. So,
Right.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go to Lake of the Woods. Well, we've been talking about it for the last probably 4 or 5 years, but it just hasn't happened. But we've got to make it happen to go up there. I think it'll be fun.
For sure.
yeah. I have never been there, so that's on my bucket list for sure too. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been up there fishing. It's a hoot,
Yeah.
but a couple times actually. But
Yeah.
I've been up to Red in the summer, but in the ice, and I haven't. So
right.
Jimmy, were you fishing for walleye up there?
I was, yeah. Walleye, yeah. Both times was for walleye, yeah.
Okay. I say I love seeing the big pike photos up there too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd love to go up there for a pike as well sometime.
for sure. That's one of my favorite things to do is go for big pike.
Yeah. Yeah, we always do a
Did you see
weekend.
the big- Oh, sorry.
Nope, go ahead.
Did you see the big pike article in this issue as well?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah, those pictures were great.
Yeah, my family always does a weekend in January where we just set up a couple hubs and make a big bonfire out on the ice and
Nice.
set up tip ups all around. And we've gotten some pretty big pike in the past. I won't say the lake because
It's not your lake?
it's not my lake. No,
Okay.
I've only lived here for coming up on 2 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got some big pike in your lake.
I do. Yeah. What did I get this year?
That was a nice one.
It was.
That was
a nice
opener.
one. That was opener. Yeah, I was out there on Mother's Day because I'm
Oh, cool.
that great of a husband.
But you
Yeah.
brought her back a beautiful pike,
I
right?
did. That's right. She liked it. She said she's never swimming in that lake again.
That was nice. We should do some ice fishing at your place.
We should. Yeah.
Yeah, that big pike article, that's pretty cool. That's
Yeah.
pretty neat. A lot of good articles in this issue, so I'm excited to actually get it in my hands and read it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody else will be excited as well.
Yeah, anything about big pike is worth
Perfect
reading.
timing.
Right.
When is the Eel Pout Festival? They
They don't have it
moved-
anymore.
Well, they moved it from Walker to
Oh yeah, it's not on Leech.
Bemidji, right?
Yeah, it's not
I
on
don't know
Leech
where it's
anymore.
at anymore.
because they took it off of Leech.
Yep. And I want to say they moved it to Lake Bemidji, I thought.
I'm not sure.
Oh,
But then there was reports of it going back to Leech.
I don't know. I've always wanted to go to that
Yeah, it always.
But then
I
they
knew people
canceled the
that
thing.
did, but yeah,
because of ice issues,
right.
and it hasn't been back since. But that,
I Googled it and it says it's permanently closed.
Oh, okay. Well, then they
But-
only did it. I knew they moved it to Bemidji one year, and maybe.
well,
after
maybe
that.
somebody tried to like restart it,
That could
oh yeah.
be. Yeah,
but it's tough to beat Leech,
it is.
Yeah.
A lot of good Yelp out there.
right?
So it looks like you had a pretty busy spring, summer, fall. I mean, a lot of cool things on your social media. How about that ladies' muskie fishing school? That was pretty neat to see.
Yeah, that was really fun. And that's at Deerfoot Lodge in Wisconsin. And I definitely recommend that to any women. That was really awesome. I had never muskie fished before, actually. So why I didn't fish a lot, since I was helping some with the event too and just adding in, but I did get to for the first time, and there was a lot of women who did get muskie, and they were able to go out with guides and stuff. So it was really awesome and very informative. They had excellent speakers, and Amanda, who runs it, Amanda Wilson, she does such a great job and is such a nice person. So
Cool.
I'm hoping to go back next year for sure.
Yeah. No, that looked pretty neat. And then you did some fishing on Lake Superior for your first lake trout.
I
Right?
did. That was my first charter fishing experience on, So I'd never been on Lake Superior before either. So I got a really nice lake trout. So that was super fun. And I had actually done that as an event with a local captain, and that was for my outdoor ministry. So
Okay.
I had 3 other women join me from church. And so that was really fun.
Yeah, it looked like it was.
Yeah,
And it was
I-
like everybody's first time doing that. So
Yeah, I think I remember seeing those pictures. It looked
Yeah.
like it was a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. And I fished, we did a guided trip on Superior a couple years ago with the whole family. My folks came up, and so my dad's always wanted to fish Superior, so we took him out there, and that was pretty neat. We weren't out very far. I don't know, maybe, I don't even know if it was 10 miles, to be honest with you, but it was just totally different style of fishing. Never been on. I mean, I've done smaller guided trips, on local lakes, but on the big lake, it's totally different. And of course, different species of fish, but that was very enjoyable. And I would like to do it again,
Yeah.
at some point. 'cause
Yeah,
it
it's
was
something
pretty
I've never
cool.
done. I'd be interested.
Yeah, I would recommend it to anybody and everybody to do that.
yeah.
And I recently
It's
saw
really
you on
crazy.
WDIO, Jen.
Oh yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say with the charter too, that's really great because they do everything for you and have all the
Right.
gear. So it's like such a great idea for families or guys trips or girls trips,
Yep.
stuff like that. And I went out of Duluth with Fish North Inman and with Captain Jordan, and so he was really great, and I would totally recommend doing that too. So yeah, it was a really fun experience. And then I was on the news this week, so
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
for sure. So was Jared.
that was very
was.
fun. That was in Duluth news as well. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
and
We
I
were.
was super. Oh, sorry. I was
Oh.
going to say I was super excited that Franklin, my dog, even made the news. So
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we were just finishing up another episode, and then it's like, oh, hey, we got to log on, and it worked out great, so we could watch it on WDIO.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that was pretty neat. So,
for watching. Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
very cool.
so did you get out hunting much this fall?
I didn't. So normally my background is bow hunting deer, and it's changed since I've moved up here. And then this year I didn't get to at all since I actually had a lot of health issues with my dog. I can't remember if I told you about that before, but so we had some issues since last fall that we couldn't quite figure out. And then he got really sick, like at the end of spring, and he ended up having 2 tick-borne diseases at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And I think that threw his stomach out of whack. So he also had like a bacteria and a parasitic infection in his stomach. So those 2 problems kept going back and forth constantly. We went through a lot of pills. And then we discovered the issue from last fall is he does have a heart issue too.
Oh, wow.
So we had like a trifecta of things going on.
Jeez.
And it was a lot of pills and money.
Yep.
Summer was a hard summer.
Yeah.
And so luckily though, we did get through it. So like starting at about October is when we finally got to get out hunting. He was feeling good enough. And so we did some grouse hunting with a few camping trips. So that was a more low-key, relaxed hunting this time. But it was really nice to be out and enjoy fall with him. So yeah, I didn't really want to sit in a stand without him. I just kind of wanted to be with him this fall in the outdoors.
Yeah.
So happy ending. Franklin's okay.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah. So with grouse hunting, I just I started just kind of holding him back so he doesn't overdo himself. So that's how we'll continue to hunt, and we did really good that way. So actually,
Good.
for our kind of annual grouse camp, I call it, that we do, we actually did the best we had. So so it worked for us, and I'm glad
Nice.
about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How old is Franklin?
He's 5,
Okay.
Okay.
and I got him as a 2-year-old actually. So
Okay.
I trained him with. He didn't have any experience or anything like that before for hunting. So it's pretty special for us to grouse hunt together.
Nice.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Did you guys get out grouse hunting?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
How'd you guys do?
Not as great as last year. But I mean, I still got into some birds.
Yeah, we did okay. We did okay.
Yeah, the boys did really good.
Right. We took our sons out.
Yeah, I didn't shoot a single one. I missed a couple, so
Honestly,
But-
I like the grouse hunt in December. I like the grouse hunt in December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nobody else in the woods. There's no leaves on the trees, and I've got the most grouse in the first week of December.
Oh, cool.
So
And
hopefully I can do that again.
I haven't been lucky enough to grouse hunt over dogs in quite some time. So,
Right.
so when we go out, it's just walking,
Just a
and
couple
and
idiots in
you
the
just
woods.
get lucky. Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So it'd be glorious to hunt over dogs, especially in the winter. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did you guys get deer hunting in? Have any luck?
We did. We had a little bit of luck. The boys had really good luck,
Right.
during youth season. I ended up getting for rifle. I ended up getting a 5-pointer a couple weekends ago. So that was kind of nice. And then I'm still going to bow hunt till the end of the year,
Right.
to see what else I can get. I'll probably, depending on the temperatures and what I'm going to sit in, go between either the crossbow or the vertical bow. So just kind of do it that way. And
I'm looking forward to muzzleloader.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm banking on too, is muzzleloader and then archery. Have not spent too much time in the stand yet. Just also been dealing with some medical stuff with kids, not dogs, but
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
well, it's all good. Just a couple minor surgeries that we've been trying to get done, and but yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting to really focus on whitetails.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can get into some.
Muzzleloader. Yep.
Yeah.
This Saturday.
It's going to
Yeah.
be a good morning, I think.
I think so. I think Saturday is going to be great
Yeah.
because I have a heater in my stand.
Right.
right, exactly. Yeah, I mean the cold temps are good to get them moving during the day. Hopefully, the snow is great for tracking and everything.
And just seeing them.
Yeah, but it just, it's gonna be. You gotta put on a few more clothes or turn that heater up just a little bit higher.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit more difficult to sit in a just a basic ground blind or even a tree
Ladder stand, yeah.
Ladder stand for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've been doing a lot of monthly giveaways that have been pretty cool too. I mean, I haven't been lucky enough to win anything, but
Yeah. I really
yeah.
wanted that lantern though.
I know. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
I love those
that
lanterns.
Was super
I've wanted
cool
one
from
forever.
Lehman's Hardware.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 2024, that's something that I, worked and focused on, was having a giveaway, and they've all been pretty big giveaways. Whether one big package or like 4 or 5 weekly winners. So they've all added up to quite a bit each month, and so have given several $1,000s
Nice.
of giveaways out, and just doing that each month, and so yeah, and kind of just a bonus for subscribers. So
Nice. So has that been pretty popular with subscribers? You get a lot of entries on those?
yeah, I mean, definitely the biggest interest is like striker giveaways. That has been a huge one, and I'm excited, and I'll go ahead and announce that for December it will be another striker package to end the year. So I'm very excited
Perfect.
about that.
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I thought I'd announce that on Christmas, so somebody will get an awesome Christmas present.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that would be pretty neat.
So
Now for those,
yeah, you just have to be a subscriber to be entered. in
Okay.
So we're entered, Dino.
Right.
We're
Yep,
entered.
You're automatically entered if you're a subscriber.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just don't win.
I don't either.
That's all right.
Some of us were just born to lose.
Speak for yourself. No, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I've been following you on social media, and it's really cool what you've been doing and getting out, and
thank
and
you.
How you the magazine is awesome, and then just how you experience everything that you do in that magazine as well is pretty neat.
Oh,
So
thanks. Appreciate it.
and like that, I think one of the coolest videos you had recently, well, probably must have been October, was kayaking and the fall colors, and the lake was just glass. That was really neat.
Yes. Yeah, I had a lot of people comment on that one and just really loved that. And even in person saying that video was so neat. So yeah, I was kayaking up near the Boundary Waters. That was one of the camping weekends with Franklin, my dog. And so I just went out on the kayak, and normally I would want to fish, but it was so beautiful. I was up there at peak with the fall color and the leaves still on. And so I didn't even care about fishing. I went out on this lake, and it's by myself, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And the water was just like black glass all around me. So
Nice.
it was neat. And yeah, did a reel on social media with that. So
Yeah. And where was that?
what's that?
Where were you? Yeah.
It was up by the Boundary Waters. I
Okay.
wasn't in the Boundary Waters, but just right around it. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it was up north camping there.
Cool.
It's a beautiful area.
It sure
It
is.
I was so glad that I hit peak for the fall colors, like I said. So here in Hibbing, we lost our leaves pretty early, but they had stayed on longer up there. So
I bet there wasn't too many campers around when you were up there at that time, were there?
it was still a lot of people around for grouse hunting and stuff, but
I suppose,
luckily
yeah.
I was able to go up there during the week. That was the main thing. I try to avoid weekends now if I can. So yeah, I like to be camping on my own and not have people around. And I kind of I feel like I became a campsite snob, so I like it. I have on my Onyx hunt, I'm like marking all of the campgrounds and trying to visit them all and write down which is the best campsite out of each one. And I always, of course, want to like be able to be as close as I can to the lake and have the best view and everything. So
Yep.
I'm trying to visit them all, and I love just trying to get a good camping spot on a lake, and so yeah, it's really fun. And
Perfect. That sounds like you're ready to hit the Boundary Waters, honestly.
what's that?
Sounds like you're ready to hit the Boundary Waters, because that's what that's all about.
Yeah, I've never done, like an overnight trip there. So that's what I would really like to do sometime with people, with a group. But for myself, I have way too much gear to the Boundary Waters by myself. So I just go kind of as close as I can to them,
Yeah.
where I can drive with all of my gear
Right.
to unload.
Right. Yeah, I know that.
But
It seems
yeah,
like
it definitely helped with camping during the week so that I could kind of get away from people a little bit more. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
I know when we go camping, we bring way too much stuff.
Well, that's boat camping, though. Or are you
True.
talking about
Well, even
fifth
when
wheel
we boat
camping?
camp, it seems like we bring way too much stuff as well.
Right.
When we were going to Namakan, it was yeah, we brought a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but you can then.
Right. We have a big boat.
it's hard not to.
Yeah.
And actually, I was also struggling because I was originally going closer to home and not going to be so far away. And then that campsite that campgrounds had already closed. I found like multiple ones in the area I was going to had already closed, so I was pretty upset about that actually. And then so then I drove further north to the next kind of areas of campgrounds. And what I didn't realize is that I crossed the county line, which the closed campgrounds weren't in it. And then, crossed the county line. And then I was in a burn ban. And all I do is campfires to cook with. So then
Right.
I was eating hot dogs and cereal off my buddy heater. Because I was like, I need a campfire to eat.
Right.
So yeah, luckily like I said, I did have my buddy heater because it was cold and had hot dogs. So I roasted them on that and had cereal in the morning, and then I packed up and had to leave again to go find somewhere I could have a campfire.
Yeah.
And you got to get one of those buddy heater attachments. That's like the little flat top. I think
Yeah.
we featured them in Whitetails. They're-
Laco does those.
yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota
And
company,
Bovee, yeah.
and that's what I use. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
So they have a grill one. I think they call it grill and a griddle or something. There's
Yeah.
two versions of them.
Yeah, I think I actually
And
know the guy that invented that thing. Yeah, so you take a buddy heater canoeing with you? Let's get back to that. You do pack heavy. Holy smokes. I took
A buddy
sterno
heater
once.
camping, you said?
Yeah.
For camping? Oh yeah. So I actually my tent is super awesome. It's one that you just toss it in the air
Oh, I've
and
seen
it's
those.
already set up by the time it hits the ground. It's so cool. But the downfall to the one I have is the whole top is actually like screens
Yep.
or like a mesh,
Yep.
and then you just have like a rain cover over it. So I actually it's not like thermal at all, and I was in pretty cold temperatures. So I was running the buddy heater at night to
That's
stay
awesome.
warm, and I think my heat was just rising right out
Going
of it.
right
but
out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did my best.
Well,
And then once the temperatures got even worse, I switched to my ice fishing hub. So I've got
Wow.
a thermal ice fishing hub, and that's what I did for my last camping trip with a friend. So that works really well as long as it's not supposed to rain.
Yeah.
The first time I ever tried that out, I never thought about how they're not built for rain because it's in the winter.
Yeah, I
And-
suppose.
Yep.
I was also with the same friend that weekend, and thank goodness she's hardcore and could withstand the weekend, because we had like a monsoon that weekend and got poured on, and we were having rain just dripping through on our pillows, and we were driving into town to dry our sleeping bags and everything.
That's part of the adventure.
But otherwise, those, work really great. I have an Otter Resort, which is the big circle.
Okay. Yep.
And that's so awesome to camp or ice fish in for two people. I love that you have all that room. And that's what I recommended and used for the sight fishing article in this issue. So
Yeah.
Have you done any winter camping with that?
I've actually never slept on the ice before, and this is a huge thing I really want to do.
Mhm.
So I would really like to do, ice camping. It's just I don't have a cot yet, and that's a main thing. So I'm working on getting a cot here eventually, and then also I've got to upgrade to a bigger propane tank and get the attachment for my buddy
Yeah.
heater. So
Yeah.
yeah. I went through too many 1 pound bottles of tanks of propane this fall
Yeah.
for camping.
Yeah, there was. I think
To upgrade.
I upgraded that first season I was up here ice fishing from 1 pound to the 20 pound in the hose because I don't know when I ice fish. I don't want to have my coat on.
Right.
And my bibs
I'm in a
are
t-shirt.
almost, yeah, I'm pretty much, I take out my sweatshirt, I have my t-shirt, my bibs, and that's what I'm fishing. And we like it pretty warm in the ice house. And I've got a thermal one, and I have fished when it was raining, like late, spring and whatnot. Yeah, those things are not meant for rain. I remember getting soaked, and it was just pouring through. It's like, wow, that's just crazy. But I noticed the other day I was at, I want to say it was L&M, and the ice camping has gotten more popular that you can buy those pads now more easily. They used to be kind of hard to find, and
those
now
like
they're
puzzle piece floor things.
Yep.
Yeah,
And now they're easier to find. L&M's, I'm sure every sporting goods store has them, but they're pretty
What
cool.
are the pads? Like the foam squares?
Yeah,
Or-
yeah, to where it's like
Okay,
puzzle
for flooring.
pieces, and they put
For
them
the
together
floor.
for the floor. Yeah,
Yeah. That's good that L&M's carrying them more. I had always gotten them before at like, like, do you guys have Menards up here?
yeah,
in the
yep.
booth. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Virginia.
Or yeah, you do.
Yep.
So yeah, like those types of Lowe's and Menards and stuff. I think those usually would carry them.
Yeah.
Whereas where I got them.
but yeah, now they got them right in the ice fishing department.
Yeah, yep. We saw it the other day. It's like, wow,
Good.
that's pretty cool. I mean,
That
even
is
just
good.
ice fishing, normally I would like to have those because if you can clear a good spot, put those down. Even if you're not camping, it'd be great because,
Otherwise, you're walking through 3 inches of water.
yeah,
slush,
exactly. There's
yeah.
slush and snow. It's like, yeah, I get warm enough. I'll take my boots off. I don't even care. I like
I
to
think
be
it's
comfy.
nice too for just quietness. I don't know who it was, but I think wasn't it last year somebody released a video of like sounds from underneath the ice.
I suppose.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I remember seeing something like that.
And it was really crazy, like what everything sounded like. And so I think if I remember right, like cleats were a big noise maker, of course, and you just don't even think about it. So yeah, I think sometimes the foam squares really help with stuff like that too, with just keeping your noise down for not scaring fish. So,
Yeah, and they make camping just that much more plausible
Right.
if you're sleeping in there, which I've always wanted to do and never have done.
No, it's a lot of fun.
You know, so you've slept in an ice house?
Yep.
What'd you use for heat? I've always wanted to do like a little wood stove in mine, but
Yeah, I mean, just buddy heater.
you know,
Yeah. With the hose and the 20-pound tank.
Yeah.
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 I'd probably get a headache or something from that.
so Jared, you slept in an actual house, or did you do like a pop-up hub as well?
So I've got a pop-up hub. I've got an Eskimo something.
Okay.
Fat fish?
I think it's
That's what I have.
quick
That's what you
fish,
got.
fast fish,
Quick
quick
fish?
fish,
Quick
something
fish,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah, and it's comfortable. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm
Yeah, I really
I'm-
hope to do that someday. And also, I've never just even been in an ice house to spend the night, so I'd like to do that sometime too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
hoping
good
to at least do one night, overnight out there with my oldest son this winter. I think
That would
he'd
be
really get a
cool.
kick out of it.
Yeah.
He just loves being out there.
Well, yeah.
We got a nice little crappie hole on our lake, and he loves it.
Yeah. But there's no public access on your lake, right?
That's right.
I guess
Well.
I'll have to drag my stuff through your yard.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta
Right
know a
to it.
guy, know a guy who likes you enough to let you do that.
Well, I don't know that
I guess
guy,
I would
but-
talk to the neighbors. Yeah, I'm looking forward to do some ice fishing. I'm hoping we can, and my kids love to ice fish too. You know, he was always asking me last year, "Can we go ice fishing?" It's like, I don't trust the ice around here. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not. We're gonna wait. Of course, then by the time we waited, it was just not good. So
Well, last year was tough.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. It's hard for me to even think about ice fishing right now with deer season still going.
Right,
true
Like,
story.
I'm just 100% focused there now that I'm hopefully going to actually have some time to get out there.
yeah, yep. So Jen, do you get down to Iowa to hunt any at all? I mean, I know it's probably still out of state license, or
Yeah, when I moved, I was really hoping I could at least bow hunt for a doe each year.
Yep.
'Cause, like my dad can get as many doe tags as he wants. But I found out you can't really do that as out of state. Like anything for bow, they pretty much throw you in with a gun season. So I
That's
can't
right.
hunt like bow during bow time. So, and the
Yep.
same thing with turkeys. Instead of being able to bow hunt the whole bow season, I have to pick a gun season. So, since I try to go as early as possible, I only get 4 days to bow hunt um, for turkey season with the first season. So, yeah, it's really tough. And yeah, everything kind of pushes you into the gun seasons. So otherwise, I've got to wait. I think it's about 4 to 5 years for to get like any sex tag to get a buck tag. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'm just waiting on that here in the future. But
Wow.
otherwise, yeah, I pretty much just go home now for turkey hunting in the spring, and I did used to always go home for dove season, but I haven't been able to. Like this year, I wasn't able to. So that's a
Yeah.
really fun one, though.
Yeah, I love dove hunting. It's fun. It you
Is
gotta
there
be quick.
enough dove numbers during opener in Minnesota to have much luck in Minnesota?
Southern Minnesota, I would say, but up here,
I would
I don't
think
think
that
so.
I would think that it would be really hard in Minnesota, even southern Minnesota, with the because I wish they did like staggered dates for where you're located. But I think everybody just opened September 1st, and even us being in southern Iowa, a lot of times that's too late, and like
Yeah.
we'll literally lose most of the birds like the day before opener
Yeah.
because
Yep.
there's like a cold snap, and so we always get upset about that.
Yeah, and I just
But
we
yeah,
were
so
just
I could kind of imagine it being hard in Minnesota.
yeah, and we were actually just talking to a duck hunter today that it was kind of slow the last 2 weeks, and then season ended,
And here
and
they are.
then they saw
Yep.
hundreds of ducks on the lake the very next day because that cold snap hit.
Yep.
So yeah, it's like, man, that would be tough.
Yeah. I saw my first big group of ducks out on the river down by Brainerd on closing day.
Yeah,
I'm out there trying to deer hunt.
Right.
I'm just hearing ducks all day. But that's how it goes.
yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Really, whatever you're not after, right?
Exactly. But then you do get out on the river and you start chasing ducks, and all of a sudden your trail camera pings on your phone and you got a buck out there.
Are you watching a buck walk across the shoreline? It's like, oh,
right.
wrong gun.
Yeah. Why do I only have bird shot with me?
Yeah, that'd
Duck
be my
and
luck.
waterfowl are something I've never really gotten into, just barely been able to ever experience it. But I do think that seems like a really fun thing, especially the camaraderie with other hunters.
Yeah. It's also just some of the best meat.
So you say.
I love me a duck.
So you say.
Yep.
I also say that deer tongue is good. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Shoot a
Yeah, I
deer,
don't know.
or I'll shoot a deer. Whoever shoots the next deer, we're keeping the tongue.
I'll keep the tongue.
I will cook it here in studio.
Okay.
That is one I haven't ever tried before.
Me
All right.
either.
Well, come
Me
on
either.
over from Hibbing once we get us a tongue.
Right?
This weekend I might get you one.
There you go.
That'd be great.
This weekend I might get myself one.
Well, we'll see.
I assume you keep the hearts then too. That if you
Yeah.
eat tongue, you probably eat heart.
Yeah.
I definitely eat the heart. I have not eaten the tongue yet, but
Yeah, you just had a heart.
Yeah.
yeah,
last weekend.
actually, yeah, Aiden's deer, we kept the heart, and because he never had heart, he thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good. A lot of people, or some people were saying, well, it's kind of a lot like liver, at least certain parts of it. It's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of liver, but I like the heart.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was anything close to it. So
Yeah, it's a really like amazing chunk of meat, really, when you start dicing it up and stuff. And growing up, I don't know why my family never kept them. I think we would give them to somebody else at some
Right.
point, but we had never tried them. And then once I got older and I think heard from somebody eating the heart or something, I started trying it. And so my family actually saves all the deer heart for me. which is really nice. And
Nice.
then also save the livers. I dehydrate the liver for Franklin treats, for dog
okay.
treats.
Oh,
So-
cool. You know, if you ever need another place to bow hunt, we've got property down in MDHA that you could bow hunt. We've got stands.
I
and-
have heard
you know,
that.
and
Yeah,
whatnot, so-
I need to take advantage of that maybe someday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
we've had some nice bucks coming through.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As a member, you can take advantage of it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just come into the office and
That is-
sign up and schedule times. You can come down and hunt. And yeah,
There's
it's
food
pretty
plots
cool.
back there.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. Yep.
That's really amazing. You guys offer that for members.
Yeah. That was pretty neat. So
Yeah, and there's plenty of deer there too. So
yeah.
we got somebody out there hunting tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Two
couple
guys.
Yeah, a couple guys out there in the ground blinds. And they've been somewhat successful this year too. So
Where we helped them load a doe.
yeah,
just-
nice
What was
big
that,
doe.
Friday?
Yeah, nice big doe on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So
Awesome.
that was pretty nice, and they've seen them. I think they see deer almost every time they go out.
Yeah.
you know, especially lately.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
Very good.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
our
guys
trail.
have that open for turkey season too? Do you have turkeys around there?
You should have.
yeah, I don't think we've had any on camera, have we?
We haven't, but I don't live too far from there. And I saw my first group of turkeys while deer hunting this year. Mm-hmm. I had
Oh,
5 turkeys
awesome.
walk by.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the very first time that's ever happened since I've lived there. So it's very possible, yes, there'll be turkeys there. And if there is, I'm
Yeah,
assuming you could hunt them there.
definitely. They definitely seem to be on the rise. So I'm
Yes.
so happy to see that. So
Yes, me too.
I am too. I really, I mean, we had turkeys back home everywhere, so I like to see them. I know the grouse hunters may not like him as well, but I like to see the
yeah,
turkeys.
I thought of bringing that up. So why is it that Minnesotans hate? Why do they think that turkeys eat grouse eggs? Like why? I've had so much feedback in Minnesota from that of people hating turkeys because of it.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. That the turkeys will, I don't know. It's not like they seek them out, but they will just. I've heard that too, where they will destroy the grouse nests
Really?
and everything and eat the eggs.
I don't believe it though. Do you know if there's any actual research?
Jared's gonna look it up.
Yeah, I mean, I had never heard that, and
Me
I'm
neither.
looking it up right
oh,
now.
I've heard it
and,
for years.
and it's saying that both species are native to North America, and neither species has a negative population effect on the other.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah, I knowing turkeys, and also even if you've been around chickens ever, knowing chickens, it's a lot like turkeys, and I don't believe it at all for a second. And really, I think that they would probably like different habitat, and turkeys
Right.
just kind of scratch around the woods. They don't. They're if anybody wants to be upset about grouse eggs being destroyed, or raccoons and stuff like that are on the rise. Those are what would actually seek it out, not turkeys. So so yeah, that's something that I've been so sad that a lot of people are against turkeys. I'm so happy they're here. I love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm happy to see them.
I'm hoping I want to hunt turkeys next year.
Yeah.
I want to make it a point.
Oh, you got to. The
I know.
spring hunt is the best.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Yeah,
I gotta
spring
try.
archery turkey tag. You won't regret it.
I'm gonna give it a whirl
Yeah.
because I would like to. Yeah, I'd definitely like to get one with my bow. I think that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
and then in the fall, use your gun. Because you can use either in the fall.
I guess I'd have to buy a new gun because I don't have a dedicated turkey gun yet. Yet.
There you go.
Yet.
True story.
Yeah.
right.
It could happen.
I do have a dedicated turkey gun that
You do?
I've never shot a turkey with, but my dad shot one with it.
Right.
About 20 minutes after I had to leave turkey camp.
Oh, way to go, Joe.
You know,
Good job.
out of my blind, my chair, my gun.
I guess you should have stayed in there blind, huh?
I should have, but kids had a doctor's appointment or something.
That's funny. So, what else are you up to? What else have you got going on?
I'm excited for St. Paul Ice Show is coming up here at the
Okay.
beginning of December. So I'll be there for that whole expo. And also, I don't know what it's called, but the next weekend after that, I think it's like a food charity event that anglers help with.
Okay.
shoot, I can't think of the name of it. But anyways, I'm going to go with a friend to that and help pack food for it. So
Nice.
that'll be fun. And then other than that, just excited to get out for ice fishing. So,
Is that your next big thing? Is ice fishing?
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're working up to it. Once
Yep.
we get through muzzleloader and archery season.
Yeah.
Right. I need to go through my ice fishing stuff. I'm kind of scared to open up my ice fishing sled,
Yeah.
because I'm not 100% sure if I removed the minnow bucket last winter.
I just buy a new one every year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to buy a new sled.
Well, no.
And, you know, I still got my fish house and everything in there. So it could be pretty stinky.
Well, just let
We'll
it
see.
freeze and you'll be solid.
Right.
Exactly.
There you go.
Baked in there all summer, but
By this time, that stink is gone, bud. It's beyond that stage.
Yeah. I opened up my, I don't know, live bait cooler or whatever it is. Little yellow and white thing with the aerator on it.
Yeah.
I opened that in the garage the other day, and it's been sitting there, I was like, I wonder if anything's in there. I don't remember dumping it out. And I was like, I was like, okay, well, if I did dump it out, I don't remember cleaning it. So I opened it up really slow. I was like, okay, we're good.
you know,
I didn't necessarily clean it, but it wasn't bad. Like, all right, I think I can buy. I
That's a
think I
win.
can buy new batteries and she'll work again, man. But I do
Right.
need to wash it out. But yeah,
Super.
Yeah. Mine gets stinky sometimes too, for sure.
It happens.
you know,
That's why I just buy the cheap ones.
right.
And you just chunk them. Buy a new one next time I go fishing.
well, we had that foam one and pushing up the hill one time, and it fell.
Oh, yeah.
Dumped minnows out, and then the ice. This hill was
We actually winched ourselves up the hill with the Jeep.
yeah, it was so steep that we couldn't get up it, and then the minnow bucket got crushed by the ice house in the sled. So then there's water and minnows everywhere.
Pouring down the hill.
And so I'm
no.
trying to pick them up, and
Yeah, it's on a backcountry lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough access.
yeah, but yeah, that was really exciting as I'm trying to save minnows and not laugh and then slide down the hill myself, and yeah, yep.
And hold on to the winch controller for
Yeah,
the Jeep.
that was exciting. But the cool thing is going down to the lake.
That
We
was
just
Right.
rode the
Just
sled
ride
right
the
down.
sled. It's the best.
And we knew it was going to be tough getting back up, but yeah, that was pretty tough.
Yeah.
I about died, but you know,
Yeah.
good stories.
Thank God for the Jeep.
Yeah, exactly. No, so well, that's cool.
Right. So the next couple of weeks, the latest issue of Adventurous is going to be hitting mailboxes. Probably
Yep, it should be
by
coming out the first part of December or so.
perfect. I'll be looking for it in my mailbox.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I
And
can't wait.
How do folks sign up if they aren't already receiving a copy?
Yes, thanks for mentioning that. You can subscribe at adventurousmagazine.com. And actually, I'll go ahead and throw in the MDHA 15% off code is MDHA 15 is the code.
Awesome.
You can
Awesome.
get 15% off a subscription.
That is
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah, it's a great deal for our members.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll have to include that in our newsletter next week.
Yes. Yeah,
For
we should
sure.
Definitely.
I'll
do
make
that.
sure to include that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Cool.
thanks, Jen.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Hope
Thank
things
you
are going
guys
great
so much
over in
for
Hibbing.
having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for
give,
joining us.
Give Franklin a belly rub for us,
Right.
Oh, thank you. I will.
and maybe some of that
He's-
venison liver.
He's sleeping underneath my feet right now.
Right.
Yeah, then hopefully after some ice fishing and whatnot, maybe in the spring we'll talk to you again and see how.
Or
things are
even this
going.
winter, I want to hear about some
True.
ice fishing. If you go on a good pike trip, I want to hear about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Please.
if I go on one,
Yeah.
hopefully I'll be able to do that again. Like I said, with the sight fishing last year, that was one of my most epic days of fishing I've ever had. So I really am excited to get out and target some shallows again.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that'd be cool. You know what we need to do is get a battery pack for this thing and go sight fishing with Jen live on the ice.
That'd be cool.
Even if we weren't
But we're
live.
not. I was like, we
even
don't
if we
really.
weren't
We don't
live,
do
Inviting
video though.
yourself.
kind of.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
But it'd be really cool to record all that.
That's probably when I would fall in or something.
That's even better.
That's
even
good
better.
content.
Right.
That's
Right.
good content.
You know how many views we would get?
Yeah, actually, my first one, because, okay, so my friend was I shared this in my article too. My friend was drilling the holes and everything, and man, just when you get all of that ice shavings, sometimes it's like so easy to lose where the hole even is. And I had one leg completely go in. Thank goodness. I think it was because I had my Striker floating bibs on.
yeah.
Like I just bounced right up out of the water. But so that was good. But I was like, oh no, I got to be more careful with that for sure. But I did just get a ice saw at the end of last year, so I'm excited. I'll get to do a combination of my auger and my ice saw.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know Aiden has dropped a leg in an ice hole.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, time to go. He didn't bounce right back up. His whole leg. I'm just glad we saved the boot. But it's like, okay, yep, time to pack up.
Yeah, it happened when I was way back country too. And so luckily my bibs were tight enough to my boots that and I was quick enough that no water seeped in. So it didn't ruin the day. And Striker saved the day.
There you go.
Way to go, Striker.
Yep. That's a good plug for him.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it as always, Jen. And
great catching up with you guys.
Yeah, you too.
Much.
Yeah,
Good
we
to
look
see you
forward.
again.
Yeah, we look forward to the magazine coming out and see what else you have in store. So
Awesome.
Okay, and good luck with the rest of deer hunting for you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Jen.
Bye-bye.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association has been building our hunting and conservation legacy over the past 40 plus years through habitat, education, advocacy, and legislation in Minnesota for Minnesota.
The Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Report proudly sponsor this podcast. However, please note that the opinions, topics, and guests featured may not necessarily align with the views, beliefs, goals, or missions of our sponsors.
Views expressed by Jimmy and Dino and podcast guests are solely their own and do not represent the Minnesota Deer Hunters Association and Wolf Report.